When it comes to what's going on in hip hop, we are truly on the verge of witnessing a lyrical showdown like no other, as right now, we are about to see what multiple of the greatest rappers ever have to offer in a time where both their presence has never been more needed, and when people have never wanted to hear what they have to say more. And now, before we go into what we are about to see with both the return of Pusha T and Clips, and also Lil Wayne with the Carter 6, and what this is going to mean for new beefs and old ones, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and as the next moves we are about to see in hip hop over the next few weeks are going to be the biggest thing we've seen in the genre really since Kendrick Lamar in the Super Bowl. Make sure to leave that like so all of hip hop knows what's going down. And now, with that said, when it comes to all of the excitement going on in rap, well, if you are waiting for things to get more competitive over the next few weeks, we are about to see the genre do just that, and really why this is over everything else is because rap has now welcomed the return of the only other person who could even call themselves something close to the boogeyman in none other than Pusha T, and now with Push. Well, in this era where Kendrick Lamar has been leading the league in every statistical category possible, and because of his dominance, it's at the very least felt like 99% of the field of rappers has ran away from the booth and being competitive in general. Well, Push is being the antithesis of these soft rappers and is embracing the lane that Kendrick Lamar has paved. And now, if Kendrick Lamar has started the job of fixing hip-hop and getting all these vultures to be exposed and leave, it almost feels like Push is trying to finish the job Kendrick started, or at the very least, just prove once and for all that in this era where it has never been easier to spot the real and the fakes, and the MCs who are in this thing for the right and wrong reasons, that after decades of being in the rap game and having beefs with some of the biggest stars ever, based on what we have seen from Push on the new Clip song H Trumpets, and with what he is trying to do with this entire album and era of his career. Well, aside from getting one of the greatest rap duos of all time with one of the best producers ever for another classic, Push wants to take out every rapper who has ever wronged him once and for all. And now, while Kendrick has done the job on Drake, so there's not much to do there, as now two rappers have defeated Drake in a rap beef like few other defeats have ever been handed to somebody, there are still some massive names that Push wants to settle the score on, and who he wants everybody to realize that he is absolutely better than once and for all. And if you have not noticed, out of this entire list, the biggest name that Push is looking to really just embarrass in this era more than anyone else is who you could say is his longest standing rival in none other than Lil Wayne. And now, if you don't believe that Push is getting ready to try his best to embarrass Wayne, let's just look at the timeline of events leading up to the return of Push and Clips, and the entire rollout for this record for that matter, which in its entirety pretty much involves Push sitting on this album for almost an entire year at this point, and then turning it in and signing a deal with Jay-Z's Roc Nation to distribute it right around the time that Lil Wayne's Carter 6 is about to drop, and right as this record is expected to release on June 6th for Wayne, 1 week before that record drops, and on the same day that Wayne released an entire tape with Manny Fresh with a new song and remixes to hype people up for that record, which you could say is the real start to the planned rollout that Wayne and his team have had for this record, all of a sudden Push comes out with this amazing lead single to the Clips record to start their rollout. And overall, when you compare the two tracks that just came out, while everyone is making fun of Wayne for releasing a confusing track with way too much auto-tune that just feels like a mess and feels like the most anticlimactic and really lame thing to lead up one of the most anticipated rap records for so long with, at the same time as that, Push and
All right, fantastic hip hop. We can grind Drake up, but you definitely gotta watch your mouth with Wayne. Keep going, y'all. I mean, push it cool, but we ain't about to do that though.
Clips are being praised for releasing one of the best songs of the year that, from the beats to the bars, could literally not have been better. I mean, when you see all this conversation and the way that these two artists came out today to get ready for their next big moments, I do not believe for a second that when bringing Clips back out and running back one of the greatest duos that
And I'm gonna keep it a bean. Pusha can rap, but I ain't checking for him over Lil Wayne. Not even a little bit. And compared to runs, you can't even. Wayne had a top 3 run in hip hop ever. Pusha ain't got no #1 hits by himself. He don't got no top 100s by himself. He got some bars, but that's it. Yeah, we ain't gonna play that game, fantastic hip hop. Don't play yourself.
has ever seen. That Push did this by coincidence, because really, with Push deciding to line up the return of something so special, and that from the first track that we have heard alone is so clearly high level, right alongside Wayne's Carter 6 album, which again, when it comes to Push being the other boogeyman and master tactician in rap, I mean, you see the play is so clear. Really, when we look into this and why Push is deciding to compete with Wayne just like he has, is because he clearly smells weakness coming from Wayne's end of things, and in this time where they are going to be the two legends releasing these blockbuster summertime albums for this corner of hip-hop and music, well, clearly Push believes
I don't I don't look at Pusha T as the same type. You said legends. Pusha T ain't the same type legend as Lil Wayne. Pusha T had a run as a Clips artist. They had a couple songs. That's it, just a couple. They ain't no legend like Lil Wayne. No, not even on a Sunday. Nah, he linked up with Jay-Z and he been staying relevant through that. But musically, he ain't been doing nothing. He ain't he ain't, he ain't 5% of Lil Wayne. Let's keep going.
He can take down Wayne and win their long-standing beef once and for all, and also prove in the process that while Wayne is not who he was long ago, and that he has fallen all far from that, Push is better than he ever was. And again, not to disrespect Wayne, but when it comes to this weakness that Push sees so clearly and that I am talking about, I mean, when you look at these two records, you can see the difference very clearly, because when we look at the Clips album, before anything else, when you see that Pharrell is doing the entire production on this thing, and then in addition, the expected features are Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, and Nas, that speaks volumes. And then compare that to Wayne, and the things he's most excited about are an MGK and Miley Cyrus feature and a Billie Eilish sample. I mean, when we have seen Wayne talk about this thing, and even with the interview he did kinda recently, what the common theme that's driving the Carter 6 so far has been is just absolute randomness and confusion, which even with the cover, that was literally fan art that people have made multiple years ago and have shown off work that has been very similar to it. Overall, with the Carter 6, everything just looks like an absolute mess, which meanwhile, at the same time, in this long-standing beef, and when really Wayne has never looked more lost and confused.
No, bro, he glazing too much. Fantastic hip hop, stop glazing like this, bro. You hating on Wayne, bro. And not only that, like, we not gonna hate on Wayne for Pusha T. Like, we not even gonna compare a Ferrari to an Audi. Yeah, we not comparing a Ferrari to an Audi. This man then went platinum, triple platinum since he was 12. Pusha T ain't never did it by himself once. Pusha T ain't got nothing for him. We not gonna sit here and hate like this. I can't even keep the video going because he hating too much. And it's cool because this is what Wayne was saying about the Super Bowl. It's cool to hate on Drake, but we ain't gonna hate on Wayne just because you hating on Drake. No, we not gonna do that. That ain't what it is. So we gonna mute Fantastic Hip Hop right here because he's just talking a bunch of nonsense. All right, I'm looking for this Wayne album, one of the true goats in hip hop. I'm gonna tap into the Pusha T album because he's been very good in hip hop, but he's never been great. Um, but we not gonna hate on Wayne because that's the thing to do. You gotta remember Fantastic Hip Hop while you glazing. It's the same Wayne that Kendrick always looked up to. So it's like certain goats in hip hop, you watch your mouth and like let them do their thing. You get what I'm saying? Same way Kendrick do, the same way Drake do, same way Jay-Z do. Jay-Z be hating low key on Wayne, but you let him do his thing. You get what I'm saying? You don't sit there and hate, especially for like really a B-rate artist like Pusha T. I ain't gonna hate on Lil Wayne for Pusha T. That just ain't happening, bro. That's how you create a YouTube channel and play yourself. All right. But maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Let's tap into the comments. Let's see what they talking about in the comments. Maybe they think what Fantastic Hip Hop saying is respectable. I don't think it's respectable. Pushing Kendrick feature top 5. That era, they pushing a dot on all these. They talking about pushing. All right, so maybe they looking forward to pushing, but then again, this is all comments from people from Fantastic Hip Hop. Yeah, yeah. So it's really just hate, which is cool though. But we ain't, on my channel we gonna honor the goats in hip hop. Yeah, our goats in hip hop we honor them. We won't sit around hating on them. All right. So it's your boy. What's up, Jay? Don't forget to drop a like on this, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. It's looking like certain YouTube channels want to sit around and hate on Lil Wayne. I ain't going for it. All right. If ain't nobody said you they love y'all, I love y'all. I'm out, y'all. I ain't going. I got my own opinion. I ain't no yes man.